Welcome to the deep dive, everyone.
Hey there.
So today we're diving into something, well, pretty huge for YouTubers, right? That 4,000 hour watch time goal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's the big one if you're looking at monetization. The key, really.
The key to making money while you sleep, as they say, or at least while you're doing other things.
Exactly. But getting there, it can feel like a real uphill battle for a lot of creators.
For sure. So that's our mission today, isn't it? To break down what those 4,000 hours really mean.
And more importantly, give you some, actual concrete strategies to get there. We've looked at a bunch of sources to find what really works.
Okay, so let's start basic. What is watch time? Seems obvious, but let's define it in YouTube terms.
Right, yeah. It's basically just the total amount of time viewers actually spend watching your videos. Simple as that.
Just the cumulative minutes and hours.
Uh-huh. YouTube tracks it all. But the really crucial part for monetization is you need 4,000 hours of public watch time.
Public. Okay, that's important. Not private videos.
Nope. Private, unlisted. Those don't count for this specific goal. And it has to be within the last 12 consecutive months.
Right, that rolling 12-month window. It's not just about when the video was published, but when it got watched recently.
Precisely. An
Yeah.
old video can still contribute if people are watching it now.
Okay. Now, I've heard people talk about 3,000 hours too. What's that about? Is that different?
Yeah, good question. That causes some confusion. So you can actually join the YouTube Partner Program, the YPP, with 3,000 hours.
Okay.
But
Ah.
that only unlocks things like fan funding, super chats, membership, stuff like that.
Ah, so direct support from viewers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you want the actual ad revenue, the ads YouTube places on your videos,
Then you still need the 4,000 hours.
you got it. 4,000 is still the magic number for getting that ad money flowing. 3,000 gets your foot in the door for fan stuff. 4,000 opens the ad revenue tap.
Makes sense. So 4,000 is the main target for most people thinking about income. How do creators actually see where they stand?
YouTube makes that pretty easy, thankfully. You just head into YouTube Studio.
Yeah.
On the left menu, there's an Earn tab. Click that, and you'll see a section usually says how to join or something similar.
And the numbers are right there.
Yep. Your
Yeah.
current public watch hours for the last 12 months, clear as day. It's definitely something to keep an eye on.
Definitely. All right, so we know what it is, why it matters, how to track it. Let's get into the meat, the strategies. Our sources really seem to hammer home the idea of storytelling.
Oh, big time. It's not just about putting information out there. It's about grabbing people and holding on to them. Storytelling is key for engagement.
And our sources broke that down.
Yeah, into kind of three main areas. First, your titles and thumbnails, that initial hook. Second, nailing the video intro, those first few seconds. And third, creating an emotional connection.
Right, titles and thumbnails. They're literally the first thing anyone sees. The gatekeepers.
Totally. They got to do two things. Tell people what the video's about and kind of give off a vibe, a feeling.
Like that example. Big mistakes small YouTubers still make.
Exactly. The title creates urgency. Like, oh no, am I making these mistakes? And then maybe a thumbnail with a worried face. It pulls you in, makes you curious.
And then you click, and those first few seconds are make or break.
Absolutely critical. People have zero patience online. You can't ramble.
No long intros then.
Definitely not. Get straight to the value. Like within 3 seconds, tell them why they clicked.
Yeah.
What are they going to get?
Sources mentioned looking at shorts for inspiration.
Yeah, that's a smart tip. Shorts have to hook instantly. Think of those ones like they don't want you to know the secret. It just grabs you.
Creates immediate intrigue. Okay, so hook them fast.
Yeah.
But then you have to keep them. That's the emotional connection part.
Right. It's about making the content relatable, tapping into feelings. Things like fear, maybe fear of missing out, or nostalgia. People love that.
Novelty too, right? Something new and exciting.
Yep. Novelty, scarcity, making it feel urgent or special. When people connect emotionally, they stick around longer, make a huge difference to watch time.
Okay, another tactic that sounded interesting was using pattern interrupters. What's the deal with those?
Yeah. Sounds a bit technical, but it's pretty intuitive.
Yeah.
Basically, our brains kind of go on autopilot when watching stuff.
Like zoning out.
Exactly. A pattern interrupter is just anything visual or sound that kind of snaps you out of it, breaks that pattern of passive viewing.
Okay, give me some examples. What does that look like in a video?
Could be lots of things. Changing the camera angle suddenly,
Yeah.
popping up some graphics or text on screen.
B-roll, like cutting away to different footage.
Yep, B-roll is a classic one. Or changing the music, adding a sound effect, even just a quick jump cut in the editing. Anything that provides a little jolt to reset attention.
Keeps things fresh, stops people thinking, okay, I'm bored now.
Precisely. Prevents that mental drift.
Makes sense. Now, something that seems maybe simpler but still important? Captions. Using them throughout.
Yeah, don't underestimate captions. Huge benefits. First off, accessibility, right? For people with hearing loss or maybe watching somewhere noisy like on the bus.
Or people who just prefer reading along.
Totally. It just lowers the barrier. Plus, if you want a global audience, subtitles are, well, essential. Translating your audio opens you up to way more viewers, more potential watch time.
Good point. Okay, switching gears to the end of the video. The advice was kind of counterintuitive. Skip the basic outro. Why?
It's all about viewer behavior. The data apparently shows that when people hear those classic closing lines,
Like, that's all for today, or thanks for watching.
yeah, exactly, or even the standard like and subscribe routine, it signals the video is basically over, and a lot of viewers just click away right then.
Before it even finishes.
Often, yeah. So the idea is end a bit more abruptly, keep their attention right to the last second. Maybe they'll even look for another of your videos themselves instead of clicking off YouTube entirely.
Interesting. Less wrapping up, more just ending. Now, thinking about the type of content evergreen videos kept coming up. What are those exactly?
Evergreen,
Hmm.
like the tree, right? It stays relevant all year round. So evergreen content is stuff people search for consistently over long periods.
Not trendy topics that die off quickly.
Exactly. Think foundational stuff in your niche, how-to guides, explaining core concepts, solving common problems that don't really change.
Like how to cook rice or how to change careers.
Perfect examples. Or making friends in your 30s, stuff people will always be looking for.
And the benefit is steady watch time from search traffic.
Precisely. It might not go viral overnight, but it provides a constant, reliable stream of views and watch hours over months, even years. It's a long-term play.
So the key question is, what do my viewers always care about?
You got it. Find those core needs. Like that vidIQ example, their video on growth tips kept getting watch hours long after it was posted because the topic is fundamentally evergreen for creators.
Right. Okay, another direct way to add hours, live streams.
Yeah, live streaming is great because every single minute someone watches live counts directly towards your 4,000 hours.
No waiting, it just adds up in real time.
Uh-huh. Even if you only have a small audience to start, those hours accumulate. Sources mention seeing real growth in watch time after getting consistent with lives.
Is there a recommended time to start, like, for new channels?
The suggestion was maybe wait until you've got a bit of experience, say around 12 months in, and maybe 100 subscribers or so. Gives you a small base to start with.
Okay. And if you have a bunch of videos already, playlists seem like a smart move.
Oh yeah, playlists are powerful. Think about Netflix, how it just rolls on to the next episode.
Keeps you hooked. Binge watching.
Exactly. Playlists do the same for your channel. Group-related videos together, maybe 10 or more on a specific topic people love. When one ends, the next one starts automatically.
Keeps people on your channel watching your stuff for longer.
Right. Less chance they click away. Especially good for series, obviously. Big boost to total session time.
Makes total sense. Now, it's not just about YouTube itself, is it? Promoting elsewhere seems crucial.
Absolutely. You got to think about the whole ecosystem. Promote your YouTube videos on other platforms where your potential audience hangs out.
Like where? Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, Facebook groups can be good if they're relevant. Instagram stories, maybe teasing a new video, Reddit subs in your niche, Discord servers, even TikTok.
TikTok, how does that work?
Create short, punchy clips from your longer video that make people want to see the whole thing, then point them to YouTube.
Ah, clever. Using one platform to feed the other.
Exactly. But you got to understand each platform's vibe, you know? Don't just spam links. Engage with the community there first. Build bridges back to your YouTube channel.
Right, tailored promotion. And once they are on YouTube, you mentioned ending abruptly, but there's also end screens. How do they fit in?
Yeah, so instead of that traditional verbal outro, you use the last 5 to 20 seconds for an end screen.
Those clickable boxes that pop up.
Uh-huh. And the key here for watch time is to use those end screen elements to suggest another one of your videos.
Keep them in your ecosystem.
Exactly. Rather than just saying goodbye, give them a clear visual prompt for what to watch next. Maximize that session time.
Got it. And finally, the perhaps obvious but essential one, consistency. Uploading regularly.
Yeah, can't skip this. The YouTube algorithm seems to favor channels that upload consistently. It signals you're active, providing regular value.
Helps YouTube know who to recommend your stuff to.
Seems that way. Plus, your audience learns when to expect new content. Doesn't have to be daily. Just find a schedule you can stick to without burning out. Consistency is key.
Okay, wow, that's a lot of solid strategies. But there are also some, like, underlying things to keep in mind, right? Like, Audience retention?
Hugely important, yeah.
Hmm.
Watch time is the total hours, but retention is about how long people stick around within a single video.
Why does it matter so much?
High retention tells YouTube your video is good. It's keeping people engaged. If viewers click off after 30 seconds, that's a bad signal.
So track things like average view duration, average percentage watch.
Definitely. If you can keep people watching a high percentage of your video, YouTube is way more likely to promote it, which gets you more views and ultimately more watch time. It's a positive cycle.
Good point. And we need to be crystal clear what doesn't count towards the 4,000 hours.
Right. Super important. Watch time from YouTube Shorts does not count.
Okay, no shorts hours.
Also, watch time from any videos set to private or unlisted doesn't count either. It has to be public, longer form content, essentially.
Got it. And it probably goes without saying, but trying to cheat the system is a bad idea.
Oh, terrible idea. Don't buy watch time. Don't run your own videos on loop endlessly.
Why not?
YouTube's fake engagement policy is strict. They can detect that stuff. You risk getting channel strikes, suspension. They could even terminate your whole account. It's just not worth it. Build it legitimately.
Right. What about video links? Should we just make super long videos to rack up minutes faster?
Not necessarily. The advice is quality over just quantity of minutes. If you make a video artificially long and people get bored and leave.
Your retention drops.
Exactly. And that hurts you more in the long run because YouTube stops recommending it. Make the video as long as it needs to be to cover the topic well and keep people engaged. That's the sweet spot.
Don't pad it out unnecessarily.
Nope.
Okay, and one last clarification. That 12-month calculation, it's rolling, not a calendar year, right?
Correct. It's always the last 365 days.
Yeah.
Every day, the oldest day's watch time drops off and the newest day's watch time gets added. So you could qualify any day of the year if you hit the threshold in the preceding 12 months.
Always looking backwards 12 months from today.
Yep.
Got it. Now, if people are trying to figure out, like, how many views they might need based on their average watch time, any tools for that?
Yeah, one source mentioned the Linos YouTube watch time calculator. Apparently, it's free. No sign-up needed.
What does it do?
You put in your average view duration, and it gives you a rough estimate of the views needed to hit 4,000 hours. Can help make the goal feel a bit more concrete, maybe?
Could be useful. But the real gold mine is your own analytics, right?
Oh, absolutely. Dive into YouTube Studio. See which videos get high retention, where people drop off, what topics perform best. That data tells you exactly what's working for your audience. That's how you refine your strategy.
Constantly learning and adapting based on your own channel's performance.
That's the game.
Okay, this has been incredibly helpful. So, wrapping up, what's the main takeaway for creators aiming for that 4,000-hour mark?
I think the main thing is it's achievable. It really is. It just takes, a smart strategy, focus on engaging content, make sure people can find your stuff, and be consistent.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Totally. Build that foundation, keep learning, keep creating good stuff, and you'll get there.
Brilliant. So for everyone listening, thinking about all these strategies, maybe consider what's one thing you could do, like today or this week, to start boosting your watch time, and maybe also how could really focusing on audience retention change how you plan and make your next video?
Good questions to mull over.
Definitely. Well, thanks for taking this deep dive with